Yeah, the chat was so bad. I will never ever do a live stream on his channel, Shimon's channel, or Soko's channel. I just never would do that. No, it's look, like I say, me and John went to pick a fight. This is just as simple as that. We went to pick a fight because these people, like I said, won't come to the arena, and so now we've picked the fight, and we're carrying them back. You know, like the back in Africa when they used to capture the hunters and that, or the missionaries, or whatever they were. You know, back in the day in the movies and that, where they've got them tied to a pole and they're carrying them back to camp. So we went to get our prey, and we found our prey, and we've snared them. Do you get me? You could say something about him because of what he says about the Prophet ﷺ. I've said it clearly. He's a despicable individual. He really is a despicable human being, undoubtedly. Not because of what he looks like, because of what he says. That's different. Do you understand? Or are you saying Allah got it wrong when he made his head shaped like a coconut? What does Sam beating his wife and lost his daughter's custody? Yeah? I'll give you an example. What will happen? I'll give you a prime example. You say to Sam that, oh, is it true you beat your wife? What do you think his response will be? I'll tell you what his response will be. Unequivocally, this will be his response. You say to Sam, oh, look at Sam, the wife beater. What will he say? Well, you're a Muslim. You don't mind that, do you? Your Quran says you can beat your wife, and Muhammad beat Aisha, and the Muslim women were complaining to Aisha that they were bruises that were green, and that's what he does. You say that, that's what he'll say. 100%. But if you're not clever enough, you'll say something stupid like that. As soon as you say that, he will bring up wife beating in the Quran. He will bring up when the time where the Prophet ﷺ struck Aisha anha, when that, yeah, and he'll bring up when the woman came with the green bruises and complaining to Aisha that her husband beats her. He would go to those things. He would go to those things immediately. It's exactly what he would do. And it would completely deflect away from his wife beating to responding to misconceptions, responding to the beat in the Quran, responding to the time about Aisha, responding to the thing about the green, oh, this is weak hadith. Or, do you get me? And it's gone. Leave it. We want to deal with Christians, right? We're not interested in what Christians think about Islam. We're not interested in what they think about the Quran. We're not interested in what they think about the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. My interest in Christians is to deal with Christianity and to show them that they've got no legs to stand on. And as soon as you say something like that, you deflect to Islam. And this is what they want. One thing about Sam, he speaks very well. His oratory skills are spectacular. Yeah, his speech flows. Boom, 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 boom. It really, really does. I've said this before. Americans have a way of speaking that gives them an advantage over English speakers. I truly believe that just the way they speak, they have this oratory skill automatically. Most Americans, and when you apply that with rhetoric and a bit of knowledge, then it's a big thing, man. Brings up beating, and what you do then in that situation is you would deal with that misconception, if that's the topic, and then you could say, but Sam, did you beat your wife, mate? So you're not even a Muslim. So you're not even a Muslim, and yet you beat your wife. Do you understand the difference? So if he brings up the topic of wife beating as a and you respond to the misconception, then I don't see an issue with bringing up his hypocrisy. That I don't mind. That's how it works. That's what you call timing. Yeah, that's what you call timing. So you have this information about him. Now, if he brings up the wife beating, for example, if you were to respond straight away, but didn't you beat your wife, the timing's wrong because it looks like you're deflecting away from his question. So you address his question, respond to his claims. And once you're finished, now you can bring that. Now, this is where timing kicks in. Now you say, but hey, Sam, didn't you beat your wife, mate? Do you understand the difference? You see how that timing worked? If you'd have brought him beating his wife before you'd responded to the misconception, it would look like deflection and that would get covered up. But at the end, then you can hit him with it. Because then we've responded to his question, we've dealt with it, and now we're smacking him with it, and he's stood there now naked. He's got nothing, nowhere to hide. He might try to justify why he beat her, I don't know. But anyway, do that. I don't have a soft spot for him at all. I have a respect of his knowledge. I have a respect for his argumentation. Yeah. I have a respect for him defending his faith. Yeah. You know, the thing about Sam, you see, he switched from being a Protestant to a Catholic. Yeah. So he's lost his associations with David Wood and Anthony Rogers and those guys because he became a Catholic. So this guy, he does change. He does change position. Do you understand? So I have a respect for that. I respect him as an adversary. I wouldn't take it lightly. I wouldn't think this guy is going to be easy. I think it's going to be a really tough test. But still, we got the hack. So it's not a problem. Yeah, it's just cutting through the rhetoric. That's what I'm saying. So it's not about damage control. It's about, I have respect for my adversary. I don't have a soft spot for him. I don't like him as a person. But I respect his presentation and his articulation and his the way he can recall certain things. And I'll say his manipulation as well. Manipulation of a text. I don't think God Logic's a Catholic though, is he? But they're weird anyway, because David Wood's a Christian and AP is a atheist, and they go hand in hand to Jerusalem. I mean, I don't get it. But we know that Allah says that they'll unite with each other. So, but yeah, so Sam is a Catholic. You can, and I'll be honest with you, we're going to see. we might even put a wedge in between that. We might put a wedge between this thing. We might even split the chat. So we'll see. I'll see how I can work that in.